the plantation home, not even a good 35, 40 miles from me, burns down. And you literally
Yeah.
got a dividing line between people who are upset that it burnt down, but everybody else like us is like, I got no feelings towards this. And I've passed that plantation home many a times.
So the people that are sad that it burned down, like, why? Is it because, I mean, I'm confused
They're
about
coming
that.
out. They're coming out. A lot of what I've been seeing is they're coming out talking about it's a piece of history. But my thing is, when I see somebody reference history with that, that tells me all I need to know, because the
Yeah.
history of how those plantation homes were built, the history of, what happened to the people that built those homes. You talk about, kids were used as alligator bait. You talk about the women who were abused. You talk about the men who were sodomized and buck broken and all of that stuff.
Hmm.
That's not a history that I think a person
When it,
with class. I don't. I'm gonna just say it like it is. A person with class ain't gonna celebrate that history. Let's just be
right,
real.
right,
You know,
right.
you know, we ain't rocking with that. We ain't rocking with that
I
at
don't
all.
want to keep being reminded every time
Right,
I pass that
right,
house.
right.
Because if you think about it, you know, it even though our ancestors built it and we know what that came with, but it was the
Yeah,
white man that was laying comfortably in that
right.
home as well. It was a lot of just bad memories. I don't want to think about that when I'm driving past there. So
Yeah.
I'm glad that it burned down. I am.
I'm a,
It's
I'm
just
a
what
just
it is.
I'm gonna just be 100. I'm numb to it. Like, I'm not gonna say that I'm glad, because it wasn't like I was, oh, please let this thing get destroyed. I've never thought about it like that. I'd be lying if I said that.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, I ain't shedding no tears or giving no sympathy because it's gone. I
Yeah.
could care less. And I
Mhm.
passed another one today because, like I said, they're all over around here. They're all
Mhm.
over. So I've gotten so numb to those plantation homes and those antebellum homes that, I
Mhm.
normally don't even pay attention. But now, with the attention of Nottoway that just burned down, I'm passing and looking. And I've looked at one today that I passed, and I'm looking at the big mansion. But then I'm looking at what used to be the slave house. You could tell it was a slave house
Mm.
because it was the old
Yeah.
rundown shack on the side.
Right.
And
Right.
I'm thinking to myself, you know what? The hell with this.
Mhm.
Like I got
Yeah.
no love for this. Like, if this one here would be destroyed, oh well, it is what it is. I'm not saying I'm wishing for it to happen, but at the same
Right.
time,
I understand.
if it happens, the hell with it. I ain't got no feelings
I
towards it.